How is it going, guys? Malagant here. So we will be checking out this new patch that hit yesterday, June 27. The link is going to be down below in the description. There are lots of bug fixes, lots of them. Dungeon, events, and other activities. Gameplay bug fixes, local co-op, same goes for quests, UI, and miscellaneous. There's so many of them. There's some very good fixes as well. And at the same time, there's various stability, performance, and visual improvements across all platforms as well. Very, very big. If you want to check it out, check the link. We'll be checking out the gameplay adjustments here and talking about that a little bit. So these we already knew coming from the campfire chat, if you remember. Significantly increase the experience awarded for completing nightmare dungeons, and also significantly increase the experience gained from killing monsters in nightmare dungeons, it says. So we're not only getting an experience buff to the end of the nightmare dungeons for completing it, but also we're getting more experience from the monsters as we kill it. It's just worded significantly. We have no idea how much it is, but if you have any idea, actually, if you have some math, or perhaps like you checked it out before and now you can compare, let us know in the comment section. Helltide chests now provide substantially more bonus when it comes to experience. So this is very good as well. I actually like occasionally do Helltide. I don't really mind it so much. I've heard that like people don't really like it. But after like you learn Helltide and you kind of know what you're doing, and like you have a website such as like this one over here, right? It's pretty good, guys. So it like basically shows you like which Helltide chest is the one that you should go for. These are the 175 ones, and then at the top of the hour it is going to be resetting. So like 37 minutes right over here. So like it's gonna reset at exactly 12 o'clock for my time, right? So in 37 minutes. So every time on the top of the hour, these big chests are going to be going into the next one. Obviously, assuming the Helltide is still going to be up. So, but if you would like to have some sort of like a more detailed guide, maybe check out Kriparian's video. It's a long one, but it pretty much covers everything about Helltide. And when you kind of like know what you're doing and what you need to be going for, it is very, very rewarding. It already was, and now with the chests awarding more experience bonus, perhaps it's going to be worth doing the entire thing and opening every single chest. That would be really, really good if it's a really good experience reward. That is. I didn't do it yet, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out. It says significantly increase the rewarded experience from completing individual whispers across the board. This is kind of good. I don't necessarily think that like I'm going to be running any whispers anytime soon, especially with like late game characters. But sometimes you end up like completing whispers even without intending so. Sometimes you like to rush into an event, or like perhaps while you're doing Helltide again. Or a side quest, like you end up completing a whisper, and this can end up like giving you more experience now. So apart from that, like a level 50 character, in like world tier 2 or like 3, I think, right? Can be getting like quite a bit of like extra experience now from the whispers. That's pretty nice. So it's speeding up. All these things are going to be speeding up the process of like getting to level 100. Fixed an issue where no experience was awarded completing the holdout style event that can occur after finishing dungeon objectives. This is I didn't know this was even a thing, by the way. It's interesting. It's also interesting that like this is written over here instead of on the bug fixes. The Helltide roaming bosses will now consistently drop higher quality loot. Most of the time these bosses were kind of useless to kill, to be honest with you, especially if you were alone. Sometimes there's a character over there it's capable of like absolutely deleting the boss for some reason. In that case, definitely do, but now maybe it's going to be worth it. Players can now teleport to their nightmare dungeon directly through the map. We're going to be checking this actually in the game. I'll launch my game right now because I'm very curious how this feels. Weekly bonus caches from world bosses no longer have a level requirements for opening them. This is interesting. I'm about to make a video on like item level requirements in this game. This is really, really stupid. It should be reworked. And I'll try to like explain to you how it is as it is, but it's this is a start. Removing the level requirements from the chests of world bosses. It definitely is a start. Alright, so there are balance changes as well, as you can see. Whichever class, I would definitely recommend you to come over here to these patch notes and check whichever class you're interested in and see like what has been buffed. And buffed it has. It's not necessarily like anything crazy as far as I can tell. Like I have skimmed through pretty much like everything. They're like small number changes and almost every single one of them is a buff. I like this approach from Blizzard, especially right now, because like, you know, in the recent times, these like past few weeks, there has been like some nerfs to this and that, and I think that kind of causes some sort of like a drama, you know, uproar from the community, let's say. And I believe like there's a better time to do this. I don't necessarily agree with the sentiments of like saying, you know, why don't you just get the underperforming stuff in line with the things that are like incredibly powerful? Well, there has to be, you know, some sort of like a cap that they would like to have their powers at also, obviously. So I do believe that like nerfing is necessary at times, and you know, you can definitely criticize if it was an over nerf or it was not necessary. I can do that too myself. But that being said, I think the time right now is probably not the right thing. I don't necessarily know, or like I don't necessarily think that like anybody cares if I have a crazy strong character or you do, because that'll be a new season launch soon, and we would rather have like a much more balanced scene at that point, right? So piling up some sort of like a meta shakeup, if they will. I have no idea if they will. I'm not necessarily sure like how they're going to be approaching their season 1 launch, but yeah, if they want to nerf something that, and they think that like is, you know, overperforming by their standards, for sure. In that case, I would definitely like them to nerf that and announce that at the launch of the season with the season patch notes. Not necessarily the same hour, but like, you know, if they're going to be showing us the patch notes and hyping us up for the season upcoming in like a few days, you know what I mean? I would like them to announce their nerfs over there as well, so that people can do actual planning for their next character and their next build. And I do believe that like it's not going to be it's going to be definitely much more well received by the community, instead of just like, you know, having a small patch like this while either disabling an item because it's like making a crazy powerful character. You get what I'm trying to say, definitely. So whichever character you're playing, whichever class you're maining, I would definitely recommend you to come over here and check it out. They're mostly buffs, mostly small buffs, definitely. Some stuff I don't even understand when it comes to like legendary aspect changes. I'm gonna need to like, you know, mouse over them within the game, in my opinion, to understand better. But for this video's sake, I think we're not going to be covering almost like anything over there at all. It's just know that like most of the characters have some aspect, and you know, when it comes to skills and also legendary aspects, they have been like buffed a little bit, with either like how they perform or their duration, definitely. So before calling this out, let me make my video a little bit smaller right over here. Perhaps something like this is fine, so the thing doesn't pop up. There we go. Let's jump into a nightmare dungeon and see like how it actually feels. Okay, maybe maybe a mole wood. So mole wood is open. You open your map, you like instantly see that it's over there. Normally we would have had to go to Margrave and then run, but now I can travel to Molewood just like that. It's incredible, no? It's very, very good. I think this is the better decision, to be honest with you, because... So I'm very curious, can you like do the same from within this dungeon if you like limit yourself to like what spot you have looted? I'm not sure. My character is not crazy strong, by the way, guys, just so you know. So you're not inside the dungeon, by the way. You're going to the entrance. I thought I was inside the dungeon. To be fair, it does look like the inside as well. So you do still go through 2 loading screens. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was saying like my character is not that strong. I did check out the build from like Maxroll on this one. So as you know, like with my level 100 sorcerer, I did literally everything myself. And then I swapped to the barbarian. That's going to be it from me, YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.